over here.
Yeah, I know. Fucking A. We gotta, I mean, Jake's our main audio and video guy, and he left, and now we have to do it. It's not like I do it and fuck it up every time or something. But, okay, we're live, finally. Okay.
Oh.
Welcome to the Carousel, where we discuss video games, movies, sometimes comic books, and generally whatever other awful things those conversations lead to. I am John MusiM.
Hello, John.
With me, I have Randy.
That's me.
It is you. Quick announcement at the front. I released a remix album today, titled Storm of Revenants. It has remixes by All This Is Meaningless, who is my friend Stretch. He was on the show a long time ago. My friend from high school, Trey, who, you can check his stuff out under VYB, and there are links to his stuff. And then my other buddy and fan of the show, Phil Kaiser. So I think it's pretty good. It's only $1 on Bandcamp, and it is processing in the iTunes store, and we'll hit Spotify and Google and all that other shit in the coming, maybe time between now and, a week or two. So
Cool.
just takes time to process. And actually, with that in mind, because I didn't know when this was going to be released, because you're kind of at other people's mercies whenever you're doing this. Oh, yeah, and the artwork was done by Trent from the Tiltcast, if anyone's familiar with him. So, in celebration of that, I'm going to read off code for the album. You can redeem this code at MusiM, musim.bandcamp.com/yum, Y-U-M. And no one ever fucking redeems these codes, hardly. So, I don't...
John, do you want me to redeem the code?
I don't... just to make me feel better.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that so that people are encouraged to try and get it. And, if you get it, just send us a tweet or message us on Facebook or something.
It's not some trick.
Yeah.
It's a legit code.
So, code is J9NY-73K2. J9NY-73K2. So, definitely let us know if you get that and what you think of it. And, so Dimebag and chat noticed no Jake.
Yep.
Told him to fuck off, couldn't fucking stand his ass, and he'll be back in 2 weeks. So,
yep, he is ailing.
Yeah,
but I'm sure he'll be back. He'll be back up in no time.
We wish him the best, and
speedy recovery, quiet neighbors, all that good stuff. He said he was moving soon, or had a lease or something like that. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. And this was that cast where he wasn't... Or no, it was next cast, I think. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, whatever. Like Dimebag said, I hate that guy.
He isn't like Big Trouble in Little China. What the fuck's wrong with that? With him, not that. There is something wrong with that.
With not liking, there's something wrong with that.
Like, I'm all for free speech and First Amendment rights, but, I mean...
There's a line,
Yeah.
Exactly. You can't have anarchy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I don't know. Let's just get into it.
Let's tell us about what's releasing.
We don't have a whole lot. On the 11th, there's... is this a remake or is this a new one? I'm not up on Final Fantasy. I know that's like a gamer sin. Final Fantasy 12, The Zodiac Age.
This is it's a updated remaster of the original version that was for PS2. Okay. It came at the end of the PS2's lifespan, and they designed it to be scaled up a lot easier. So.
I was going to say, they're way past 12 by now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're 15.
Yeah, okay.
Way past it.
Yeah, I don't know how I've managed to never get my hands on one. Part of it is because this is the first PlayStation I've ever owned, is a PS4.
Mm.
That's part of it. I don't know, I just never... They had them on the SNES, but I never had them.
I remember liking 12 a lot, but I remember hating the main character. Because the main character never felt like the main character, Van. Like, the game is really about Bosch and whatever I want to call the chick Anne. It's not Anne. It's Ash. It's really just about Bosch and Ash. And unfortunately, you're stuck seeing like they made the comedy relief dipshit character the main character. So it's unfortunate. So I guess it has that in common with Big Trouble in Little China in that is about the sidekick. But
So yeah, it's told through the secondary character's eyes.
yeah,
That could be cool. You gonna get it?
yeah, I got it on pre-order. So barring another catastrophe, I'm pretty close to just saying just don't. I'm kind of rolling dice honestly because I just spent a bunch of my savings to replace my instrument I broke. So
yeah.
I'm really hoping nothing else goes wrong in life because then I'm in trouble. But if I can make it a month without like a horrible $1,000 thing happening to me, then I'm good.
Was it your classical?
I don't want to say on the air because I haven't announced really to the public that I have started learning this instrument. So I want to just
okay.
I'll give it away on this podcast. I want to magically just say, hey, guess what I can play, which I guess will take the magic away from you guys, but none of my Facebook friends like really pay much attention to this. So
John's just gonna keep me in the dark. All right.
Come over sometime and
you'll show it to me.
Yeah.
See what you got. You'll play hot cross buns. All right. The only other thing we got here is coming out tomorrow on the 7th. Castlevania.
This is the anime on Netflix. It's based on Warren Ellis's Castlevania 3 script thing he did like 5 or 10 years ago, and it's produced by the guy who did those YouTube videos, Power Slash Rangers and Dirty Laundry. That's the adult Power Rangers short, like where they're all dead and like, have you seen that, Randy?
No.
Oh my God, it makes you like. I hate Power Rangers, but it makes me like them a little bit because it's just so fucking stupid, but it's wonderfully stupid.
I saw the Power Rangers Blu-ray on sale already at Walmart the other day. That was quick.
I kind of want to see the Breakfast Club Power Rangers movie.
Is that what it is? I don't know.
Have you seen the trailer? It looks like the Breakfast Club, but they're Power Rangers. I mean,
Power Rangers. I missed Power Rangers. I was just a little too old for it when it dropped. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you think, Castlevania? You gonna check it out?
Hell yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right. So this is original content. This isn't like ported over from Japan or anything.
Yeah, I mean it'll look like a Japanese anime, I'm sure.
Well, that's the style, but it's not like something that came out 10 years ago and we're just now getting it.
Right. But like Netflix is kind of cheap. Like, anime is not cheap to make, and like Netflix's previous original animes they've done have been, not the best, like highest quality animation, but
animation's way more expensive than people think.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of people.
But,
all right, well, that's it for releases. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot coming out in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
No, Spider-Man drops tomorrow. We talked about.
Oh yeah. I guess I was thinking about putting that on, but I felt like we talked about that a bunch, and I don't.
You probably did.
I'm not sure if I'll be able to see it or not. Like I got tickets to go see the Liberal Redneck this weekend. I know, right?
Is that a comedian or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
He does a bunch of videos on. Well, I guess he just got to start on Facebook. He's just a comedian who does these drunk, like he's super like Democrat liberal guy, but he's still pretty funny.
But he's like a good old boy from the country or something. They're out there.
Yeah. But like him and a couple of his friends go and do this stand-up comedy thing, and I've seen some interviews with them, and they seem funny, and it's cheap. It's at Cane's.
Yeah, I'm not judging. That's cool. All right. So I don't know. I'll probably go see Spider-Man this weekend. I won't have to twist any arms. I'm sure my wife will be more than happy to go. Looks good.
I'm just broke. It looks great, but I gotta start cutting a corner somewhere because
You gotta hit that before noon showing, buddy. It's like $6.
I do gotta do that.
That's how you do it.
Sunday morning, maybe that's what I'll do.
Alrighty. Well, everybody knows Spider-Man's coming out. We don't gotta talk about that more. So, God damn it, Japan. Again, Tecmo is making a Dead or Alive you can smell. I'm curious about what the technology is going to be. I think I know what the application is specifically in this case. But I'm curious about how the technology is going to work.
Yeah, so Jake added this on, and we were just going to wing it because he added it on.
Yeah, we'll butcher it. this is secretly what he's holding out for. I think he's moving to a cheaper place so that he can afford this.
Probably, and like evidently there's a VR cabinet for the Dead or Alive Extreme called Sense.
A cabinet.
And it'll have mist effects, and Dead or Alive has
man.
the volleyball game where you can go and befriend them and
Watch them bounce around.
yeah, and evidently there's I think there's like a log straddling competition or some shit. Like it's super. It's
okay.
like you can just Google porn on the internet. I don't know if you know that, but
It's not immersive. I want the full experience.
I don't you can't fuck in these games, Randy.
Well, that plus I've never ever been watching porn and thinking, man, I wish I could smell this. That's never occurred to me ever.
I mean,
so
if
it takes place on an island, maybe it's going to be like a cool ocean breeze.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
You don't want to smell a couple actors who've probably fucked multiple people in a 12-hour day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's just like that's the third of 5 scenes that are going to get shot in that room that day. And it's Miami, and it's July, and it's, oof, and they're doing all kinds of stuff.
So
it's a cabinet that sprays, it'll mist you?
Yeah, that sounds like God. It. So that sounds like an interesting VR immersive cabinet, and maybe it'll be like that BattleTech game where they just have like 30 cabinets everyone can get into, and you just like it simulates you as if you had just had sex for 12 hours, and everyone can just smell each other. And feel mist on their face. That article said mist.
Mist.
So
of some kind.
So Dimebag in chat asks, is Jake moving to the ghetto? So there's a definitive answer to this, and it is that everywhere Jake moves turns into a ghetto.
Yep.
That is just the nature of him and his lifestyle. Just how it has to go.
Yep. He's gonna move into an apartment above a bowling alley and below another bowling alley.
It doesn't matter. Like they could be, it could be a 5-star restaurant with fucking, I don't know, one of Trump's offices above. Once Jake moves in, it's gonna turn into upstairs hookers, downstairs blow.
He probably is moving into Trump Tower. They've got one in Chicago. I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, he seems like the type.
Mm-hmm.
He probably made his own piss video in tribute.
As soon as it happened, he made up his mind right then. I'm not renewing my lease here. I'm going to Trump Tower. I just got to be close to the action.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my porno cabinet, and I'm gonna move to Trump Tower, baby. This is how we're doing it. And then in a year it'll be the ghetto. So.
This is great. I hope Jake soaks every moment of this in.
It's gonna come out like he's gonna be half sweaty and half misted with whatever concoction they've got.
That's what the Dead or Alive VR game is. It's just you get in there and it's just Jake sweating.
Oh my God. Ugh. All right, have we gone on enough about that?
Yeah, I think we went on a little bit too long.
All right.
So, why are you asking me? Okay, one moment. I'll have to edit this out. The wife's asking me if I fed the dogs.
See, this is the stuff you get on the live stream.
Yeah, you don't get this content otherwise. Exactly. I have to edit this shit out.
This is raw, uncut.
Yeah. So, what's this company who made Shadow of Mordor called? Monolith. They announced that they're adding a feature to the original Shadow of Mordor game to export your greatest nemesis from that game and your greatest ally, or was it? It's not ally, is it? It's most loyal follower in that game, and import it into the sequel.
Oh, that's cool.
It makes me want to, like, I played that game for a bit, but
Don't you kill all your nemesis, though?
Probably, but don't you kill everyone you run into, and then some of them come back anyway, and they just have, like, an eye patch or some shit?
No, if you fail the fight, they'll be injured. Like, if you fail to kill them, because sometimes they'll run away during a fight or whatever, and if you can't catch them and kill them, then they'll still be there. But I think the random name generator has been known to make a new name, or it'll make a new orc, but it'll have the name of an old orc that you
Oh.
killed.
Hmm.
But it's a new one. You can tell by the appearance and their weaknesses and all of this stuff. So maybe that's what you're thinking of.
It still sounds like it would be a cool additional feature.
That does sound really cool.
I really need to, like, I only played through a little bit of that game, and I really need to get back into it. Like, Susie got way into it for a while, and
It's one of the best brawlers I've ever played.
it seemed pretty cool, and I don't know what it was at the time, but I liked it. It just wasn't, like, making me want to really play it a whole bunch. Like, it had a really cool intro and a really cool combat and mechanics, and I think I was just in the wrong mood, you know?
Well, and there's only so much time, right,
Yeah.
in a day. You can't play everything,
Yeah.
even if you want to. But that's pretty cool, though. Most loyal follower. I don't remember followers. Are those like the friends you can get? Like there was like a lady human, and there was a dwarf that would follow you around and help you fight. Is that what they're talking about?
I just, like, the sequel has orcs you can brainwash into helping you out.
They had you could brainwash orcs in the first one.
So it's probably something like that.
Oh, you're probably right. It's probably your most loyal brainwashed orc.
Yeah.
But those tend to die a lot too, or at least mine did.
Probably. I can't imagine any of these things living too long, but I don't know. It seems like it would be something cool to continue that kind of personalized story that you had, so
Orcs are sort of made to fight and die. That's kind of their deal.
yeah. So we both saw Baby Driver.
We did. We did. John seemed to really enjoy it.
I love that movie. I got actually a lot to say about what I love about that movie. The fact that you introed me with "I seem to really enjoy it" makes me think you liked it less.
Probably less than you. I mean, it was good. It was definitely good.
Like, for me, it was like I went in with actually kind of average expectations. I'm like, I'm going because this is
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright. I really like his directing. I like his style.
Yeah.
This movie looks like it'll be okay, but it didn't look like anything special. And to me, the movie kind of unfolded from there. Because the movie, and I'm going to spoil just like minor parts of the intro to the movie and different aspects. And I really recommend you go in blind, but I don't think this will hurt your experience at all. Like
I'd say if it's in the first 10 to 15 minutes of a movie or a show, it's not a spoiler.
Well, and this movie I think is fucking superb about introducing, like, every character you meet starts out as one dimension and gradually kind of unfolds the longer they're in the movie. So when you first meet Baby, the main character, he is like behind his wheel just jamming out like a fucking idiot. And
I don't even think he has any dialogue for the first 10, 15 minutes.
yeah, and it's the thing I love about this is it introduces you to Baby, how all the fucking criminals are introduced to him. You're like, who the fuck is this weirdo with the headphones and the glasses? And I feel awkward watching this, and I don't understand. Oh, there's a badass car chase, and it kind of unfolds and adds depth to the thing. And they do that with, you know, the criminals he works with too, and it has just this insane A-list of roster going with it, you know, with Kevin Spacey and Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was fucking awesome in this.
He's good.
He was like a Tarantino character, honestly. Like, he was... part of me wonders if, like, Tarantino wrote that character.
Nah, he wasn't witty enough to be a Tarantino character.
Maybe he was just the most talkative, I guess. But
He was definitely talkative. He had the most to say. Yeah, John Hamm.
yeah,
Always a pleasure.
he was and you know, he was one of those characters that I'm like, I don't buy this. You're one note, and like all the characters kind of do that to you in the one noteness. Like, the only character that I don't think really gets a lot of different aspects to their personality is Kevin Spacey. But he's always awesome no matter what he does.
He had the only real line that made me laugh. I think that's where I was kind of disappointed, and this is probably just my expectations. I was expecting something a little more comedic, based on Edgar Wright's earlier work, you know.
Yeah.
So I think I just went in there expecting something a little different, but so maybe if I went in to watch it again and I could catch more of the chases and things like that, the action was freaking great.
Yeah, those car chases were fucking awesome. Like, I kind of wished... Like, I liked... I gotta say this ambiguously. Like, I liked the third act, but I wish it was another awesome car chase. That was not ambiguous. I probably just said too much, but it was still a really good third act, you know. But it's I really like kind of the, you know, a lot of the reviews have already said, you know, it's kind of like a music video aspect, and it's I guess there was a music video that Edgar Wright directed after he did Spaced, of just a guy jamming out in a car, like, while a bank robbery was occurring. And evidently, like, J.J. Abrams saw it and said he should make a movie out of it or some shit. And evidently Tarantino encouraged him to and gave him some tips. And
Yeah, what do those guys know?
yeah, I know, right? They don't know anything about success. I doubt this will make... It doesn't seem like... It almost always seems like Edgar Wright is set up to fail with every single movie he makes, even though they're all fucking great, you know?
I mean, his biggest success, arguably, would be Shaun of the Dead, right? And that really attained more of a cult thing after it came out, right?
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz is popular among the people I run with, but I don't know how popular it is generally.
It seems like everyone who's seen it tends to...
It's a great
like
movie,
it, but
right? I just don't think that many people have seen it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim didn't do amazing, even though it's a great film.
It was a bomb in the theater. I fucking... I adore Scott Pilgrim. I talked that movie up as much as I could, but you can only do so much.
You can only do so much, John.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But
Let's see. Anything else? I'm trying to... You brought up that one-dimensionality, and that was kind of what I left with. But you're right. They are all introduced that way, and they are expanded upon as the film progresses.
it's just a nice, like, you know, every movie is kind of filled with kind of tricks and illusions, and that's kind of this one's. It's, I mean, that and some of the crazy car chase sequences, obviously, but for me it was just how you would only get very specific slices of characters at a time. The main character, I did not like the main character for at least the first 25 minutes of the movie. Like,
Baby?
Yeah, I was like, oh god, this kid's fucking annoying and looks stupid. And
How can he be annoying if he doesn't even say anything?
his
he looks
face
like a
and the
typical...
dancing around,
Yeah.
and he bothered me.
Yeah.
But he grew on. You know, I was a fan of him by the end. You know, I would like to see that movie again. But I may have to wait for video because evidently I got to see Spider-Man at 10 a.m. or something.
Just before noon.
Yeah.
Is the cheap price.
So I watched Glow.
Yeah.
This is a Netflix original fictional show. It is a fictional show based on the non-fictional Glow, which stands for Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Hey.
This was actually evidently a real thing, either in the late 80s or early 90s or something like that. From what I can tell and looking everything up, it sounds like basically all of the names have been changed. Like, one of the characters is, her wrestling name is Liberty Bell, and evidently there was a Liberty Bell, but I don't think it was, like the character she is in the show is not the same real name as real life. So, it's, I think it's a pretty fun show. Like, the episodes are not full-hour episodes, they're about 40, 45 minutes.
Like it would be if it were on TV.
Yeah. Mark Maroon plays the director. He's kind of a...
I think it's Mark Maron.
Mark Maron, is that how you say his name?
I don't think it's Mark Maroon.
I've never watched his stand-up, and he's always showing up on Netflix. And like, he showed up in Louie a couple times, and they hated each other, but I just never checked him out.
Yeah.
But I thought he did really good. He was almost he was like a failed James Gunn, to be honest with you. Like, he was this weird, like... all in the show, all his previous movies as a director all sounded like they could have been trauma movies, and he was just a fucking kind of a dick to everyone, and just really bad at relationships, but just like so blunt that you kind of liked him anyway.
Okay.
But like, basically, it's, you have all these failed actresses that are like, oh fuck it, yeah, no, we'll do this whatever action TV show for this wrestling federation, and it's, there's interpersonal drama, and there are, a dozen characters that get upkeep throughout it, and it mainly focuses on the chick who plays Liberty Bell and her arch nemesis, and the arch nemesis is the main character, but I almost heard it best when I heard a review describe it as the characters versus the stereotypes they're playing as wrestlers, because they all get on the show, and the director-writer was trying to do something interesting with it, but, like, the producer just wanted, the fucking, wrestling, they're like, hey, this guy looks vaguely Indian, let's make him a terrorist jihadist guy,
Yeah.
So they do that. So, like, they have a girl from, where's this place called? It's, I completely forgot the name of it. Dead Kennedys has an album or a song with the country name in the title. It's
Dude,
fucking fuck. Basically, she's an Asian lady from one of those like weird bad places where a bad war place happened. And they made her play like a Japanese character, and like they have
Cambodia.
Cambodian. Yes.
Like, hey, I did it.
Yes. Holiday in Cambodia is the Dead Kennedys song I was trying to think of. So
that's why you keep me around.
Yeah, that's why you're recorded. But and then like they have a large black lady who evidently is an actual real wrestler in real life. But
it's evidently a real large black lady.
It's amazing. I thought it was makeup and effects, but
I thought it was a suit. For the longest time, do you remember a movie called Shallow Hal?
I remember the trailers for it.
For the longest time, I was convinced that was Gwyneth Paltrow and a fat woman that looked like Gwyneth Paltrow. And my wife tried to convince me that it was Gwyneth Paltrow in a fat suit, and I just would not believe her. And finally, I had to relent and concede that she was correct. And it was Gwyneth Paltrow in a fat suit.
Yep.
It was just so convincing.
Yep.
Anyway, I totally steamrolled you there.
Yeah.
You were talking about the character.
Nah, I don't. Oh, right. And she played a lady called what is it, Ghetto Queen or something like that. And like her stick was she would come out and talk about how she's proud of buying steaks on food stamps or some bullshit like that. Like it's
curlers in her hair.
It's all really over the top and offensive humor, but like all the characters have a nice depth to them, and there's some good humor in it. It's not going to change your perspective on life or anything like that, but
they're using stereotypes, but they're also sort of poking fun at it.
Yeah.
At the same time. Yeah. It's a tongue-in-cheek sort of thing.
I think it's a fun show. It's adults only. There's some nudity in it. It's weird watching a show that's all about female empowerment, but like there's some titty shots in it. Which there's power in that too. But
choice is power, and if they choose to do it, that's power.
Yeah, that's true too. It was just kind of an odd contrast, but anyway, like I enjoyed it, but
you got to put butts in the seats somehow.
Yeah. So, and then lastly, I know this is a short show. Shit's been going on. Here's one to do a quick Warframe update. I haven't played for several months. My buddy Moonpeer from TVGP messaged me, or no, he didn't message me. They were he was talking on TVGP how I never had played Warframe with him, and I said I would. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I did say that. So me and him, like, kind of all day 4th of July, we just fucking played Warframe on Xbox.
Oh, nice.
So, like, if you're on Xbox One, come join our clan. It's called Lesby Friends. There's only 10 spots, so it'll just go to whoever's active, and whoever's inactive will probably get kicked out or something. I don't know. Moonpeer and his wife are the ones running it, but I really like a lot of the updates they've done in the game lately. They did this sound update that makes all the weapons sound better. Like, I think a lot of the levels had too much. Like, there was some type of reverb or chorus thing that just kind of saturated everything, right? So, and to confirm, Dimebag, it is Lesby Friends. Absolutely. But I forgot to say. Oh, right, sound. But yeah, because they reduce the sound, like the weapons have a lot more impact and volume to them. It's a pretty cool effect. And
Okay.
they released a new quest on the PC called the I don't remember, something of horror. It's like a little 3-mission thing where they kind of do a horror-esque thing, which is kind of cool. It's not, it's not grade A perfect or anything, and it would be really easy, like most horror movies are, to just laugh it off because, I mean, if you aren't into whatever horror trope they're going for, it's gonna just come off as corny and goofy. Like that's true of all horror, period.
Yeah, if you don't buy in, you're not going to be scared.
Yeah.
And so it's just going to be gratuitous or stupid or whatever.
Yeah, and so
you have to buy into it.
And that's where this one's at. But it's a fun, quick mission set. I ran it and called it a day, and I'll probably be playing on Xbox a little bit here and there. I'm not gonna play like I've been, but
the most scared I've ever been playing a game is, do you remember Half-Life 2?
Yeah.
There's a whole mission in the middle where you go into the town that got bombed with the crabs.
Is that Ravenholm?
Ravenholm, yeah, or something like that. And that is the most scared I've ever been playing a game. You can hear them moaning, and they come at you, and man, there's jump scares, and the whole ambience is creepy. Whew.
I just remember when that came out. It was like Doom 3 came out like a year or two later, and people were like, "Yeah, no, Ravenholm's still scarier."
Doom 3 was scary, but Doom 3 suffered from some other things that sort of ruined it. Plus, Half-Life 2 looked better 2 years earlier.
Yeah.
Doom 3 looked kind of like... I thought Doom 3 kind of looked like shit even at the time.
I honestly never played it because it didn't really look like a Doom I wanted to play. So...
Yeah, and there's no reason to now because there's Doom 2016.
Yeah.
Which is one of the best games ever made.
Yeah. So much fun. I just... I deleted that, okay. So I got, I can't remember what I was installing.
I saw you tweeted that you deleted it.
Yeah, it was 70 fucking gigs.
It is.
It started out at 47 gigs, and just all these stupid multiplayer updates just inflated it. Bethesda needs to give us a single player only download option. I would really appreciate that.
That'd be good. Oh man, that game's so good. I might load it up later. The soundtrack.
Man.
We already did a bunch of...
That soundtrack is why I want a fucking 7-string.
Oh, I know.
God, it's either that or I buy a 6-string and an additional 6-string just to keep tuned to C or some shit.
That's yeah. Tune them down. Tune them down.
But,
dude, yeah, I'm not gonna leave the house once I get that guitar. That's gonna be a whole other cast.
Yeah, no, I bought so much music shit lately. I can't. I really want a 7-string, but that's gonna have to wait a while. So, but
well, you can play mine.
Well, thank you. Call me when you get it, and I'll just come over there and keep you from playing it. And
Sounds good.
But okay, well, guys, it's a short cast today. We're one member down, and we've been busy. So, but I appreciate everyone joining us, and Randy, thank you for joining me.
Of course.
Visit the website at thecarouselpodcast.com. Buy my music at MusiM.bandcamp.com. Check out my other podcast at pickingupPixels.com. Follow us on Twitter, Carousel Podcast. Find our Facebook group, The Carousel. I don't remember what our carousel.
Anyone can join, right? It's not an invite thing.
I think you just go to it and click on it, and we just hit the approve button. And, we just do that to keep out the spammers,
Oh, the riffraff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you'll be let in if you click on it.
Yeah. I think there's a picture of the airport or something that says something about a carousel somewhere. I don't remember.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. Whatever. So we see you guys next turn.
Yep.
So you know where we fucked up, Randy?
Where'd we fuck up, John?
We didn't talk about writing down titles before we started.
I wrote one down. I put it in the Slack.
Oh, thank fucking God! Is it good?
It's okay. It's
Mark
Maroon.
Oh God, is that really?
Or I thought of one, but I didn't write it down. Sex cabinet and Trump Tower.
Kind of like, You know, I don't know. I might be all right with both of those. Sex cabinet and Trump Tower, or Mark Maroon. I kind of like Mark Maroon.
Okay.
I don't. You know, I'm all right with that. We'll go with that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I think sex cabinet and Trump Tower might entice people. No, people who, if you don't know who Mark Maroon is, you're gonna be like, Mark Maroon, what the heck?
That's true. You know, the sex cabinet and Trump Tower is punchy.
It's more accessible and it's punchy.
It is.
You know? Mark Maroon just made me laugh.
Let's write this in here so I remember it later, because I assume I'm gonna be sex cabinet and Trump Tower.
Yep.
So, okay. Well, yeah, I know we're in an early dime bag. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jake tends to have a lot to offer.
Yeah, and like I played a little bit of Witcher 3, but like I didn't play any more Witcher 3 yet, and I need to play it when I'm not drunk to have a better opinion.
We typically go an hour and a half. We've been going about 45. That's not bad for being a man down.
Yeah, but we'll make it up to you. I'm sorry, man. So, but thanks for joining us, and we will see everyone next time.
Yep.